Mr. Ashwani Kumar, you've known Ashok Gehlot for many, many years. Did you ever expect him to betray the Gandhis, as some would suggest he has done, in quite this manner?
It's a very strong word to use for Ashok. Betraying the Gandhis is something he would never even dream of. But it is true that he was diminished in the entire process. A serving chief minister, known for his steadfast loyalty to the Gandhis, is sought to be neutralized in his own backyard. What did you expect? He was a reluctant contender for the Congress presidentship. He agreed to contest, but not at the cost of losing his chief ministership. And he had made that known very, very clearly and categorically in so many ways. But nobody would listen to him. So how can he be blamed if more than 92 MLAs whose support he enjoys come out openly in support of their leader? It is a democratic process. Now, in English, we say, you stand where you sit. Now, depending on whose version you want to believe, the Congress High Command may well say that Ashok Gehlot is what he is because of their unstinted support. They may be right. But Ashok Gehlot supporters will say, here is a man who has done everything possible for the Gandhis, stood by them all along, and now he's being humiliated, diminished in his own backyard. The problem with the Congress party, Vishnu, is, and you would recall when I resigned, in a 4-line letter I had said, one cannot work in the Congress party consistent with one's dignity. If you wanted to do this to Ashok, you should have consulted him. There were better ways of doing it. He's the most
loyal. Mr. Kumar, sir, a couple of questions. Firstly, have you actually spoken to Ashok Gehlot since yesterday?
No, I have not spoken to Ashok Gehlot, but I certainly know the feeling of the people around him.
Right.
I've been in politics for 45 years, and I know what's happening.
So and therefore, sir, there's the entire issue of discipline in the party itself.
Let's not reduce politics to classroom discipline. Politics is a situational function.
Sir, classroom discipline. There were 90 MLAs who went to the speaker's house yesterday in Rajasthan and said that, look, we are ready to resign. They were obviously posturing. I understand that. They were posturing.
But no. Forget that. I go further. Let's say they were serious in carrying out the threat. The classroom disciplining is with reference to the Congress leadership. They know that a man enjoys the support of 92 MLAs, and you want to rub his nose in the ground?
So what about Sachin pilot and the fact that you can't have more than one person per post? So if Ashok Gehlot was running for the post of Congress president, then the Congress leadership felt that Sachin needs his chance now. And yet, this is what is happening. I mean, a senior leader in the state pilot is insulted by all of these leaders. They aren't following the script of their own party. They choose to resign. It's a gross act of indiscipline. It just shows the Congress completely sort of collapsing.
You know, somebody said that in the context of the Congress party and politics. You don't need discipline of the graveyard in politics. In democratic politics, you have to have a vibrancy of sorts. Once people are asserting themselves and you are dubbing them as indisciplined.
Is this the way to assert themselves?
Sorry?
Is this the way to assert themselves by bringing a state government to its knees?
You tell me which is the other way. Here is a person who has the support of 20, and I have great admiration for Sachin at another level. He's a very good man, and he has all the strength to back him up for the future. But there's no way he gets to be the chief minister this time around. Take it from us. Anybody who knows ABC of Congress politics would now say, now the things have gone too far. Nothing will deter Ashok Gehlot's supporters to concede in the chief ministership of Sachin. It is easier for the Congress High Command to make Sachin the president of the Congress party. And I'm saying so in all seriousness.
Is that something that we can completely rule out? Because the second part of that question is that Mr. Kamal Nath wants to be mediator and may want to position himself for that post or run in that campaign. How do you see that development, Kamal Nath?
Well, if Kamal Nath chooses to contest, he's a sure winner. He will, if he has the support of the Gandhis. If he has the support of the Gandhis. But where does that leave Sachin now? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Now, the issue is...
Where does it leave him?
Yeah, I think he's in a very unhappy situation.
Does that mean a possibility of him crossing over? Because in 2020, there was talk of him being close to, at least in terms of speaking to BJP leaders. I believe he was in a resort in Haryana which was, it's a BJP-run state. So is that a possibility that the Congress may end up losing him?
Politics is the art of the possible. I'm not going to conjecture on that. Anything is possible. Depends upon how hurt he feels, how let down he feels.